Breaking news, guys. Turkey and Israel are in a very dangerous state. Now, if things are not well managed, things can actually escalate between both countries. Now, the good news is that I learned that US have sent their envoy, some delegate, being led by Tom Barrack, I think, and they're trying to create, a deconfliction zone to ensure that, you know, tension is managed between the two of them. Now, you begin to wonder what is going on between Turkey and Israel. Their situation is just like two young men who saw a beautiful girl and then they're making effort to drag. Now, I want to bring it down to any level so that you can understand what is happening. You guys sent me a message that I should explain what is happening between Turkey and Israel. So, are you ready? Good. So, Turkey is trying to influence, you know, Syria. And then Israel is saying, no, it's not going to work. Your influence will be a problem to us. You got to stop that. Now, let's talk about Syria first. We know very well that Syria has been battered a lot by bad governance. The last one was the fall of, Bashar al-Assad. I think he was even sentenced to, is it life imprisonment or death or whatever? Please tell me exactly what sentence was, passed against him. Now, all along, the guy had ruled Syria for several years. While he was ruling, Iran had their own influence. Hezbollah was there. Israel was dealing with their own aspect. Syria was supporting the opposition. Do you understand? Now, recently, he's out of office. Most of those actors have lost their own, influence, and then they are like spectators right now. But then, to the surprise of Israel, there is a new influence that is emerging, and that influence is coming from Turkey. Now, Israel is saying that that's not going to work. Do you understand? We can't sit here and then allow you. See, you can actually call Syria a strategic buffer. Now, I use the word deliberately, a strategic buffer. All right? We can't sit here and then just watch you, create another army that will threaten us much later. Do you understand? So, in whatever way they tried their best to stop Turkey, since they couldn't stop them, recently, that was on the 18th of this month, they had to carry out an attack on their military air base. Is it military air base or their air base, whatever it is? I'm not a military personnel. All right. So they went there. It is called what's the name? Abu al Duhar Air Base, belonging to Turkey. Now that was supposed to have led to escalation, if not for the intervention of the US. Now the problem now is saying that this is our own way of sending you a message that you cannot come up with your own troops in this place. We cannot allow you to influence these people. You cannot control this region. It's not possible. Like we have been fighting all our lives, and then you want to create problem for us. It's not going to work. Are you guys getting the message? That is the issue right now between Israel and Turkey. Israel does not want to see any military force or any army, whatever they want to call them, whether military or whether navy or whether air force, they don't want to see any of them come up in Syria because in the future, according to them, there will be a problem to them. But Turkey wants to make sure that they're able to control that and then raise a very good army that can defend Syria. Do you understand? Both Syria and Turkey are saying that that's not what it is. But I wonder what it is. Do you understand? Whatever it is. Now, while that is happening, remember that there have been issues between Israel and Turkey. Turkey once had to involve the Interpol. Interpol Red Notice, yes. When Israel was accused of intercepting, the global Summit flotilla that was, that was transporting humanitarian aid to Gaza. The report says that Israel intercepted those boats, and they were made up of a lot of activists. Some of them were coming from Turkey, and then some were deported. Some till up now are not even accounted for. So as we speak, there's an arrest warrant on Netanyahu himself, by Turkey. And then why are they bringing in the Interpol? They're bringing in Interpol to say that you are the international police. help us to circulate this. Now, they will have to go through it because Turkey on their own voice is not loud enough. It does not carry such an authority. So, but if you involve the Interpol and then the thing they've done that thing, I mean, like let's say Nathan has committed such an offense, they can actually circulate the notice. If it is coming from them, it means it is serious. They do not arrest by themselves. But then the question is this, who will arrest him? Turkey is actually a member of NATO with the second largest military in NATO. All right? Good. So influential in NATO. Donald Trump is having his own romance with NATO, even though recently he has been complaining. Okay? But we also know how deeply involved the US is with Israel. Recently, he was asking Africa to even pull out, that's Donald himself, to pull out from ICC because he was trying to weaken the ICC since that issued an arrest warrant against Nathan himself. Do you understand what I'm saying right now? So you can imagine what is going on. Do you think he will abandon Nathan because of Turkey? If he's not going to abandon both of them, how do you think he can manage, or US will manage this crisis between these two, Do you understand what I'm saying right now? Good. And one would have thought that, okay, maybe as Turkey was attacked, maybe NATO would have coughed. NATO would have said something. No, that Article 5 does not mean that once you're attacked, we all get involved. But at least, anyway, the rule says that Turkey was supposed to have informed them. Maybe because Turkey did not say anything. Turkey didn't call their attention. So it's a dangerous situation. And anything can go wrong. So we are waiting. We are waiting to see if the US will find a way to manage this situation carefully. Else, we may just hear something else. Now, for now, Bishop Beaver knows. What do you know?